Carpenters laid a layer of insulation 6 inches, look at that bold, thick to cover a rectangular attic floor that was 32 feet long and 20 feet wide. What was the volume in cubic feet of the insulation used to cover the floor? So I notice off the bat, even if they hadn't bolded it, we have 2 different units of measurement. We don't want that. We don't want to deal with 2 different units, so we should convert. Sometimes I like to convert feet to inches because I think it's easier to work with whole numbers than fractions, but in this case, they're asking for the volume in cubic feet, so we want to work in feet if we can. And that's a pretty easy conversion. There are 12 inches in a foot, so 6 inches is a half a foot, or 0.5 feet. I prefer to use the decimal. You use whatever you like. Now we're going to figure out the volume. So I'm going to draw it just for fun. Look at that perspective. Look at that beauty. What art. Okay. Length, width, height. Little height, half a foot. And the volume for a rectangular prism, which is just a 3-dimensional rectangle, is length times width times height. The reason I drew it with those fancy cursive letters is that's often how they write it on the test. So length times width times height, 32 times 20 times a half. I'm just going to do 2 at a time. Can't stack more than 2 at a time. 0, 0, new row. 640. That was just length times width. Don't get cocky. That makes this a trap answer. Don't do it. Now I'm going to do 640 times 0.5 because that's the height. 6 times 5 is 30 plus 2. And there's 1 number after a decimal point in the question, so there's 1 in the answer. So 320, just double check. They're asking for the volume. We did volume. All set.